Milton's Fury, a look back at the recent storm, written by Ginger Z from ABC's Extreme Weather Team. Hurricane Milton, a powerful Category 4 storm, recently left a trail of destruction across the Atlantic. It made landfall, bringing with it fierce winds, torrential rains, and dangerous storm surge. Coastal communities faced the brunt of Milton's fury, experiencing significant flooding and wind damage. Now, as the region begins to recover, all eyes turn towards the tropics once more, with a new potential threat looming: Hurricane Nadine. Nadine brewing, a new threat on the horizon. The National Hurricane Center, or NHC, has issued a new advisory regarding Invest 92L, a developing weather system in the Atlantic. According to their latest predictions, this system is expected to follow a westward track. This projected path could bring it dangerously close to Florida's western coast by early next week, potentially impacting millions of residents and causing significant disruptions. However, it is still too early to determine with certainty whether this system will indeed develop into Hurricane Nadine. Meteorologists are closely monitoring the situation, analyzing various data points and models to predict its development. If it does develop into a hurricane, there are still many variables at play that will determine its eventual intensity and exact track. The NHC is using advanced technology and models to provide the most accurate forecasts possible. While it is important not to panic, residents in Florida should remain vigilant. Staying informed through reliable sources is crucial, especially for those living in coastal areas that are more vulnerable to storm impacts. Coastal residents should pay close attention to weather updates and advisories from the NHC and local authorities. These updates will provide the latest information on the storm's path and any necessary precautions. Early preparation is key when it comes to hurricane season. Now is the time to review evacuation plans, ensuring that all family members know what to do and where to go in case an evacuation becomes necessary. Reviewing and practicing evacuation routes can save valuable time and reduce stress during an actual emergency. Make sure your vehicle is fueled and ready to go, and have a plan for where you will stay if you need to leave your home. Stocking up on essential supplies is another critical step. This includes non-perishable food, water, medications, and other necessities that can sustain your family for several days if needed. Ensuring that homes are properly secured can help minimize damage. This includes boarding up windows, securing outdoor furniture, and installing storm shutters. Taking these precautions can make a significant difference in protecting your property. Community support and cooperation are also vital during these times. Stay connected with neighbors and local authorities, and offer help to those who may need assistance with preparations. Together, we can weather the storm more effectively. Remember, preparation and vigilance are our best defenses against the unpredictable nature of hurricanes. Stay safe, stay informed, and take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your loved ones. Florida's fragile coastline, vulnerable to nature's wrath. The Sunshine State, known for its beautiful beaches and vibrant coastal communities, faces a constant battle against the forces of nature. The delicate balance between land and sea is often disrupted by powerful storms that leave a lasting impact on the environment and the people who call this place home. Florida's western coast is no stranger to hurricanes. Over the years, it has witnessed the fury of numerous storms, each leaving its mark on the landscape and the lives of its residents. The state's unique position, jutting out into the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, makes it a prime target for these natural disasters. Its geography, with a long coastline and low-lying areas, makes it particularly susceptible to the devastating impacts of these powerful storms. The flat terrain offers little resistance to the advancing waters, allowing storm surges to penetrate deep inland, causing extensive damage to infrastructure and natural habitats alike. Hurricane Milton's recent passage served as a stark reminder of this vulnerability. The storm's powerful winds and torrential rains wreaked havoc on coastal communities, leaving behind a trail of destruction that will take years to fully recover from. The images of flooded streets and damaged homes are a testament to the relentless power of nature. Storm surge, the abnormal rise in sea level caused by a hurricane's powerful winds, poses one of the greatest threats to coastal communities. These surges can reach heights of several feet, inundating everything in their path. The force of the water can erode beaches, destroy buildings, and wash away roads, leaving communities isolated and vulnerable. It can inundate entire neighborhoods, causing widespread flooding and damage. The aftermath of such events often sees residents returning to homes filled with water and debris, facing the daunting task of rebuilding their lives from scratch. The emotional and financial toll on these communities is immense, as they grapple with the loss of property and the disruption of their daily lives. Strong winds can rip apart buildings, uproot trees, and knock down power lines, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The sheer force of the wind can turn everyday objects into dangerous projectiles. causing further damage and posing a significant risk to human life. The recovery process is often slow and arduous, as communities work together to clear debris and restore essential services. Heavy rainfall can lead to inland flooding, overflowing rivers and lakes, and making roads impassable. The combination of saturated ground and continuous downpours can overwhelm drainage systems, leading to widespread waterlogging. This not only disrupts transportation, but also poses a threat to public health, as standing water can become a breeding ground for disease-carrying insects and bacteria. The resilience of Florida's coastal communities is constantly tested as they adapt and prepare for the next inevitable storm. Recipe for a hurricane. Understanding the perfect storm. Hurricanes are among the most powerful and destructive natural phenomena on Earth. To truly grasp their formation, we need to delve into the intricate details of their development. Hurricanes are complex weather systems that form over warm ocean waters near the equator. These massive storms can span hundreds of miles and bring with them devastating winds, torrential rains, and storm surges that can flood coastal areas. Several key ingredients are necessary for their formation. Without these elements, a hurricane simply cannot develop. First, ocean water temperatures must be at least 80 degrees Fahrenheit, or 26.5 degrees Celsius, to a depth of about 150 feet, or 46 meters. This warm water acts as the primary energy source for the hurricane. This warm water provides the heat and moisture that fuel the hurricane's engine. As the warm, moist air rises, it cools and condenses, releasing latent heat that powers the storm. Second, there must be low wind shear, meaning that wind speed and direction do not change significantly with height. Low wind shear allows the storm to grow vertically without being torn apart. Wind shear can disrupt a developing hurricane by tearing it apart. High wind shear can tilt the storm, causing it to lose its organized structure and weaken. Third, a pre-existing weather disturbance, such as a cluster of thunderstorms, is needed to provide the initial rotation and upward motion that will eventually become the hurricane's circulation. This disturbance acts as the seed from which the hurricane can grow. Additionally, the Coriolis effect, caused by the Earth's rotation, is crucial for the development of the hurricane's spin. Without this effect, the storm would not be able to organize into the cyclonic structure we recognize as a hurricane. When all these conditions are met, a hurricane can form and intensify, growing from a simple cluster of thunderstorms into a powerful and potentially catastrophic storm. Understanding these elements helps meteorologists predict and track hurricanes, ultimately saving lives and reducing damage. By studying the perfect storm, we can better prepare for the impacts of these natural disasters, ensuring communities are ready to face the challenges they bring. Stay informed, stay safe. Knowledge is our best defense against the fury of hurricanes. Evacuation essentials. Your safety is paramount. As Invest 92L continues its westward journey, residents in potentially affected areas should begin reviewing their evacuation plans. Knowing your evacuation zone and having a plan in place is crucial for ensuring your safety and that of your loved ones. If an evacuation order is issued for your area, it is essential to heed the warnings and evacuate promptly. Do not attempt to ride out a hurricane, especially a major one, as the risks to life and property are simply too great. Staying informed. Knowledge is power in hurricane season. Staying informed is paramount during hurricane season. The NHC provides regular updates on tropical weather systems, including forecasts, advisories, and warnings. Pay close attention to the forecast cone, which shows the probable track of the storm center. Keep in mind that hazardous conditions can extend well outside of the cone. Also, be aware of the difference between a hurricane watch and a hurricane warning. A watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the specified area, usually within 48 hours. A warning means that hurricane conditions are expected within the specified area, usually within 36 hours. Preparing your home steps to minimize damage. If you live in a hurricane-prone area, it's important to take steps to prepare your home for the possibility of a storm, even if evacuation isn't necessary. This includes bringing loose objects indoors, trimming trees and shrubs that could become projectiles in high winds, and reinforcing doors and windows. Consider investing in hurricane shutters or impact-resistant windows for added protection. Emergency kits. Be ready for anything. Having an emergency kit readily available is crucial in case of a hurricane or other natural disaster. Your kit should contain enough food, water, and essential supplies to last for at least 3 days per person. Include a first aid kit, flashlight, batteries, a battery-powered radio, a whistle to signal for help, cash, important documents, and any necessary medications. Community support. Weathering the storm together. Hurricanes can be isolating events, But it's important to remember that you're not alone. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly or those with special needs. Community support is essential in the aftermath of a storm. Volunteer your time, donate to relief organizations, and offer assistance to those in need. The aftermath. Recovering from a hurricane. The aftermath of a hurricane can be challenging, with widespread damage, power outages, and disrupted services. Be patient and follow the instructions of local authorities. Avoid floodwaters, which can be contaminated with sewage, chemicals, and debris. Be cautious of downed power lines and report any damage to the appropriate authorities. A call to action. Be prepared, stay safe. Hurricane season is a stark reminder of the power of nature and the importance of preparedness. By staying informed, making a plan, and taking the necessary precautions, we can minimize the risks and weather the storm together. Remember, it's always better to be prepared than caught off guard. Let's stay safe.